I always kind of sang when I was younger and stuff, you know. And as I was going through school, just joining the choir and little things like that.
Right.
And yeah, I loved singing, but I was always kind of too shy to do it for anyone. So I used to be at home singing for the four walls.
Did your mom sing?
No, actually she didn't.
Okay.
It was just me. There's
It's just
actually
you.
no one else that's like doing music in my family, which is crazy because I'm so musical. But well, first of all, it's a song on the album.
Oh, okay. Right on.
So you can listen to that and kind
Okay.
of understand where I was coming from. But yeah, the album is full of kind of experience I've had from the start of my career till now. It talks about the people around me and how they've kept my 2 feet on the ground. Yeah, loads of stuff. Just basically all of my journey is in there.
It's Powertools, and we got Jazzy in the house. How are you doing?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm good. You're in LA. You got a lot going on. You're at you're doing Beatport tonight.
We are, yeah. I'm buzzing for it.
Ah, that's awesome. You got an album that's dropping this year. I mean, you've had some major collabs like Calvin Harris, Sonny Fodero, D.O.D, Rossi, and now the new Chris Lorenzo track, which is smoking.
Oh, thank you.
You are Spotify's most streamed female DJ vocalist. You just played Coachella, which was really dope.
I did,
You must have had a lot
yeah.
of fun with that. And you're from Dublin, Ireland.
Yes.
Of course, got to represent. But let's go back to the beginning of Jazzy. You started playing violin in school with an orchestra. And I want to know, how did you go from playing violin to singing?
I mean, it was probably just, I always kind of sang when I was younger and stuff, you know. And as I was going through school, just joining the choir and little things like that.
Right.
And yeah, I loved singing, but I was always kind of too shy to do it for anyone. So I used to be at home singing for the four walls.
Did your mom sing?
No, actually she didn't. It was
Okay.
just me. There's
It's just
actually
you.
no one else that's like doing music in my family, which is crazy because I'm so musical. But yeah, so basically just a shy little girl. Too shy, and I remember just getting a push off my friends to kind of go and join the choir and start doing little solos, and that's how I started singing, really.
Oh, you got some solos in the choir, so you knew you had a little something.
Yeah.
Right.
It was just I needed that little push, you know.
Right. But when did you take singing seriously where you're like, well, maybe this could be like, I want to dedicate my life to this?
I guess when I finally got a kind of a big opportunity that gave me a platform, it was the first song I had done in Ireland with the Belters Only lads.
Right.
Called Make Me Feel Good.
Right.
And yeah, done the session with them, and the song got released and just kind of blew up on social media.
Right. That's
Yeah.
amazing. But even before that, you were in a group, Powerful Creative Minds.
It was, yeah.
Right? I just discovered that, and I listened to your vocals on Do For Love, and your
Yeah.
vocals are sick
Oh,
on
thank
that.
you,
Like,
thank
you
you.
had a vibe right then. You know,
Yeah.
I think you could hear it. From being in that group, the Powerful Creative Minds, what did you take away from that experience that started help shaping you as an artist?
Well, the thing with the boys from the band is they had been doing music for quite a few years before I joined them, you know. So they taught me so much about songwriting. That would have been my first proper experience kind of making music for myself.
Right.
Yeah, so being in that band definitely taught me a lot about being an artist and kind of learning how to write music in general.
Right.
Yeah.
So they sat, because they were experienced, so you're in a room with people that have made some songs before, so they're like, this is the chorus,
Yeah.
this is the bridge.
Yeah, basically, the big up the boys as well. They're super talented.
They're like friends, like neighbors and stuff, right?
Oh yeah, they lived like 2 doors down. We grew up together, went to school together. Still really close now as well.
Ah, that's dope. That's dope. Now, when you sing, like, there's really cool, soulful vibes that I don't think today you hear in a lot of dance records. I'm guessing growing up, you were listening to like Lauryn Hill, Alicia Keys. Like, who are some of the singers and artists that you connected with when you were growing up?
Well, Lauryn Hill was definitely
Right.
a big one. We actually done a cover of one of the Fuji songs while I was with the boys in the band.
Wow.
Yeah, we done Killing Me Softly.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so that was cool. But yeah, Lauryn Hill was a big one. We listened to a lot of like 90s house music as well. Robin S is obviously amazing,
okay,
you know, so
right.
she was a big one for me for inspiration. Even now, like if you listen to some of my earlier stuff when I started as an artist, you can definitely hear the kind of inspiration from that. with the kind of organ from those
Right,
songs
of
and
course.
stuff. Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Nice, nice. And like when you were growing up in Dublin, what was the dance scene like?
I mean, when I started going out when I was
Yeah.
18, like there was so many amazing places in Dublin to go out. Unfortunately, a lot of them have closed now, but yeah, there was so much going on. Like I remember being out basically 3 times a week when we were that age. You
Wow.
know, there was always some sort of event going on. But yeah, it was.
Was it more like Dublin DJs, or was there DJs coming in that you were hearing like international?
I mean,
DJs?
for me, it was a bit of both. There
Right.
was some sick local acts playing, and yeah, there was a lot of international DJs coming in as well.
And speaking of one of the local acts, I read that you reached out to a popular DJ, Ross Mooney, right? Who is for DJ lessons, and he is your fiance now. So my question is, did you really want to learn how to DJ, or is this your excuse of trying to go out with him?
No, that's totally fair. It was really innocent. I genuinely did just want the lessons.
Right.
But yeah, that grew into where we are now.
All right, that's awesome. And why did you want to get into DJing? Like, if you're singing, was there like, man, I want to do both? I mean, what gravitated to you wanting to get behind the decks?
I think, like in terms of that, it took me a little while to kind of realise what I wanted to do, but I knew that I loved singing. I knew that I loved dance music, and I remember always going out and like being really curious when I was watching DJs play their sets and just be like, I just kind of want to learn how to do that, you know. But yeah, it took me a little while to actually push myself to go and get the
Right.
lessons.
Were you thinking, I want to DJ as a career, or is more like, I just want to learn that art form?
I mean, when I started, it was definitely just let's learn the art form.
Right.
I kind of had the hunger to. I just wanted to do it, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your new single, Invisible, with Chris Lorenzo. I mean, Chris Lorenzo's music is a staple on our show. How did that song come together? Was it like was it a studio session? Was it singing back and forth? How did this vibe come together?
So the song with Chris, I was in LA doing some sessions last summer.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, I had 2 days in with Chris. And basically the song is about an experience that I had with dealing with jealousy in the music industry. And when we done the session, it was kind of a fresh experience that happened to me, and it was just kind of on my mind. So with
So
him,
you're not singing about a person in a relationship. You're singing about the music industry.
it was, I won't get too deep into what happened, but yeah,
Right.
basically someone trying to kind of come for my character, put me in a box that I don't belong in, and we basically cooked up a banger about it. Yeah.
Nice. That's amazing. And for Chris, it's like sonically, it's something completely different for him. Like it's like you guys, both of your worlds met in the middle.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's like 50% him, 50% me.
Right. Like when I'm listening to the track and all of a sudden I hear the chord change, I'm like, Chris Lorenzo with a chord change. This is crazy.
Yeah, it's a sick tune. I absolutely love it. He smashed it as well. Big up, Chris.
Right. I have a question because you started off as a violinist. And when I listen to your music, your vocals and your melodies, it's about pocket and timing for me when I'm listening to it. Did being a violinist influence you on how you sing?
I'm sure it did in a way when it comes down to kind of writing melodies and hearing a
Right.
tune in my head, you know. I think it definitely helped me in that kind of pocket.
Right. That's amazing. You recently played at Coachella. You've played Tomorrowland, amongst other festivals, but you've also played small clubs, and I know you're really about house music. My question to you, is there a preference between the clubs and the festivals?
It's a hard question because I love them both. Right now, if you ask me today, I'd say club.
Right.
But that's just how I feel today, you know.
Right.
There's pros and cons of both of them, but I love a little kind of ravey club vibe.
I think that's probably goes back to your Dublin days.
Yeah.
I'm sure the clubs you were going out to were like 300 to 400, just everybody going for it.
100%. I definitely probably spent more time in clubs when I first started going out rather than festivals.
Right.
Yeah.
got a new album dropping October 23rd.
Yes.
Peace and Patience, the title, which I love. Is the album completely finished, or are we still tweaking?
There's like just one song that's getting a tweak at the moment, but like 99%.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's that at this point of stage, that's amazing.
I know. It took a minute.
Right? How long have you been working on the album?
I guess kind of the last 2 years.
Right.
Some of the songs were kind of, ones I started a little while ago. But yeah, overall I'd say the last kind of 2 years.
And the title, Peace and Patience, that feels very personal. What does the title mean to you?
Well, first of all, it's a song on the album.
Oh, okay. Right on.
So you can listen to that and kind
Okay.
of understand where I was coming from. But yeah, the album is full of kind of experience I've had from the start of my career till now. It talks about the people around me and how they've kept my 2 feet on the ground. Loads of stuff. Just basically all of my journey is in there.
Nice.
Yeah.
And keeping 2 feet on the ground, is that part of being from Dublin? Like,
Absolutely.
they keep you grounded. I hear Bono talk about it a lot too.
Listen,
They don't-
if you try in Dublin, they will knock you straight back down. It's like, that's a big thing. You must stay humble.
I read that you still live in Dublin,
I do.
which is amazing. Most artists, when they start having some success, they'll move, either to the UK, Los Angeles, New York. I guess my question is, what do you love most about Dublin?
I mean, it's me home, I've definitely talked about moving a couple of times over the years because I travelled so much to London for sessions, and it would make my life easier if I lived there. But again, I'm just such a homeboard,
Right.
I love going home. The people, my family, everyone is there, my friends,
And everybody still treats you the same.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's kind of good.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, again, I never want any special treatment, That's the whole thing of trying to keep me 2 feet on the ground. And
Right.
yeah.
And on the album, I mean, you've had so many big collabs recently. Is there any collabs you could talk about on the album that we don't know about?
Not really. There's
Right.
one TBC
Okay.
that I would be really excited about if
Okay.
it happens. But it's still in the works, so
Right.
not really at the moment.
Is the album, I guess, is it all house music, or you're venturing off a little bit here and there?
I did. There's a couple of things on there that are a little bit left side, like more moody stuff, which I don't usually do.
Right.
There's a UK kind of two-stepper on there. Little ode to the UK fans.
Okay.
Which is really cool. There's definitely some different kind of vibes going on. It's got plenty of variety.
That's dope. Well, it's awesome having you on Powertools. We're going to rent Invisible. We're excited when the album drops October 23rd.
Thank you.
And thanks for being on Powertools.
Powertools.